Hey everybody, it's Dipio and welcome to The Park. The Park is a psychological horror game focusing on exploration, starring me as the explorer. It's about a dilapidated theme park, like Six Flags, kind of a amusement park, where you have lost your son and you're exploring to find him. I don't know a lot about this. If you look at the extras in the game, it says that this is like related to an MMO game. Matter of fact, instead of speaking out of turn, it's called The Secret World. I don't know anything about that game, so I'm speaking out of turn to go too much into that. But this is kind of the Edith Finch walking simulator type horror game. It's not so much there's going to be combat or anything like that. It's going to be all about the story unfolding and what we learn from exploring the park. So I'm kind of excited to do it. I haven't done a horror game in a while, and this one is like completely out of left field. I know nothing about this Secret World game, so I have no like lore or anything to guide me, and it's not based on anything like predetermined or part of a series, so it's going to be kind of a one-shot story, and I'm really looking forward to it. All that being said, I have nothing else to offer except a way into the game, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, the game is going to manipulate my sanity. They warn you, psychiatry is not required from playing this game. Oh, I can't wait to see what they do here. I wish that would be the opposite. It's like, you may require a psychiatrist after playing extended sessions of The Park.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
No. You get your son out of the car and walk with him. This is definitely the 80s. He's back in the bench seat. No seatbelt. Not that he has one on, but there's no seatbelts in the car. This takes place in New York. I don't like this already. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Of course something bad's going to happen if you leave the kid in the car. Atlantic Island Park Drink Bingo. Is bingo the name of a...
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Did we just show up at this park expecting to go in when it's closed? Seems like bad planning on our part.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of March 1977. Okay, I don't like the infection part. I know they're talking about... Okay. Alright, can I leave? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Are you serious? That's not a good start. That's not a good start. The game crashed reading a plaque. Okay, There we go. Okay, that was weird. We kind of got hooked on the first interactable object. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Why are we coming up here? We know this place is closed.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Okay. That's all you gotta say? And you're just gonna let me wander through? You're not gonna try and, like, help me?
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Over here.
Wait a second. Is that...
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
This way, Mommy.
Interesting. Is that...
Callum, where are you going?
Over here.
Oh, when I yell, it's triggering that in the background to make me go look for it. That's interesting. Alright, Atlantic Island Park. Welcome to Atlantic Island Park. When I first came to visit Solomon Island, I fell deeply in love with its natural beauty. It's a scenic place, and I created many of my best memories here. I wanted to create a place that captures the essence of Solomon Island. A place where families would bring their children to create memories of their own. I invite you to explore this park that we have created. From the Ferris wheel, which rivals the local lighthouse for the best views of the area, to the sideshow alley where we have many fascinating games and objects from the local area to explore. Enjoy! Nathaniel Winter. Chad the Chipmunk recommends, for the little ones, try the Tunnel of Tales for a gentle, family-friendly retelling of timeless fairy tales. If that sounds a little too slow, grab an adult and jump on the bumper cars. Full throttle fun for everyone. For the teens, pump up your adrenaline by going through a spin cycle on the Octotron. Then defy the laws of gravity on our award-winning roller coaster. Finish it all up in the House of Horrors, but be warned, it might scare all the fun out of you. For the big ones, take a romantic spin on the Ferris wheel with your significant other and take in the natural beauty of Solomon Island. Follow it up with a stroll beneath the exotic sights and wild games of the Sideshow Alley. There's truly something for everyone at Atlantic Island Park. Once you've left Atlantic Island Park, there's still so much to do here on Solomon Island. Present this brochure to our local business partners to save big bucks. Places to eat, the Sunshine Deli. Whether a light snack or something more substantial, the Sunshine Deli can find a way to satisfy your cravings. Susie's Diner, laid-back dining in the heart of Kingsmouth. Susie's is the place to go to meet the friendly locals and sample her famous canned preserves. The Lobster Trap. Oh, that's where I want to go. When in Maine, eat lobster. The Lobster Trap has the freshest, finest seafood that exists. Reservations are recommended. Places to sleep. Overlook Motel. Run by Eddie Stone, the Overlook Motel has the best beds on the island for the most reasonable prices. And the best part is that the motel is located just a few hundred meters up the road from Atlantic Island Park. And Jack and Wendy's Bed and Breakfast. Jack and Wendy, I'll explain in a second. For those who prefer a more intimate setting, Jack and Wendy have several beds available. They are very popular during the season, so call early to avoid disappointment. Jack and Wendy are Jack and Wendy Torrance from The Shining, the last bed and breakfast you would ever want to go visit. So that's pretty cool. That's a good reference. This must be Nathaniel Winter. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Looks like a serial killer. This is a bad idea.
Wait for Mommy, Callum.
Catch me, Mommy.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Why don't you walk and catch up to Callum? Oh, that's an adult. That's not a kid. Okie dokie. Can you imagine getting into a like line and the lighting overhead is literally shooting sparks down at you?
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
Oh, we can turn that on and off.
Callum! Where did you go? Stop! Callum!
Catch me.
There he goes. Come on.
Callum, stay where you are.
Callum, you're a bad kid. Come back. Oh no.
Callum, come back here right now.
Okay. That's cool. No, I want to run. We need to be running. What a crazy amusement park built like into the wildlands, like actual rocks and grass, not man-made. Oh crap.
I think this belongs to Callum.
Uh-oh.
Where did you go?
This way.
We've got stuff to examine here.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Alright, Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen daily in ice sculpting shows in the following locations. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. That's cheerful.
I wonder what this is.
A handwritten note. Purchase the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add, whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just the mention of his name had people What is that sound? Just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to... Okay, that's creepy. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible, dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Yep.
Callum, come back here right now.
Come on, this way.
You always pay attention to the warnings of the locals, guys. It's a requirement.
Hello?
Come on, Mommy.
The Tunnel of Tales. This is the gentle ride. Ooh, do we get to go on all the rides mentioned in the brochure?
Callum!
Okay, we're gonna go in the tunnel.
Callum, stay where you are. Come to Mommy, Callum.
Come on, Mommy.
What's this?
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Uh-oh. Is the little goose gonna stop? Oh, the swan. You know, if there was no threat of actual death, this would be cool. Going on, like, one of those little rail rides in an abandoned park. Like, if everything was all creepy and dark, that would be cool. Although there's still light kicking in here, so something's going on.
Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
Oh, cool. The echo.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup.
Bite or suck?
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all four starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Okay.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
No breadcrumbs, huh?
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed.
Okay, there's the breadcrumbs. Apparently I don't know my Hansel and Gretel.
Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
Uh-oh.
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
Keep looking for things.
Nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Lollipops would be the worst thing to have if you were really hungry. What the frick?
Inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel
What is in this water?
refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here! And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
Okay.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets,
Whoa!
they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
That's the best ending to Hansel and Gretel ever. That was amazing. That was totally worth it for that. The swan is bleeding from its eyes. That was so cool. I love subtle stuff better than jump scares, man. Okay, I wish I could look behind me, for crying out loud. Okay. Okay. Nothing in the water. The swan is not bleeding anymore either.
Callum, where are you? Callum!
Oh, Callum.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws. Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Uh-oh. I heard him. Where's he at? Not behind me, is he?
Callum? Where'd you go?
Cat. Okay, Callum, I hear you. Where are you? Oh, there's an abandoned van. That's a good sign.
Come out, sweetie. Another accident. This place.
And that's blood. At least it looks like blood. Oh, crap. Oh, is that the teddy bear? Alright, despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we'll have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I decided what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use the negative. And that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has been all for nothing.
Callum, stay where you are.
Is there a knife in that bear's eye? Oh my god.
Hello?
That's a...
Duck said quack, 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 quack.
Callum, where did you go?
This way.
Callum.
Stay where you are.
Catch me, Mommy.
Yeah, run. Run. What the frick? Is that just a rock? It's just a rock.
Callum!
This way.
Oh, there's the Ferris wheel. Whoa, and the octopus ride they were talking about. The Octotron or Octoron or...
Wait, Callum!
Are we gonna ride this thing?
Where are you? This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Why is it holding cars? Interesting.
Callum, stay where you are! The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Eyewitness report, Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness name, Norma Creed. Statement. We were waiting for our turn on the ride, Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit was making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man. He was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face, smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a moment it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Ooh. You gotta do some serious stabbing to make an eyeball pop out with an ice pick.
Stop! Callum!
Stop, do you see him? Did I miss him?
Callum, where are you?
Let's see, there's a note on this.
Don't hide from me, Callum!
It's a Polaroid.
Oh, I remember this.
Me and Callum. That is a creepy looking picture. Are we sure she's not the killer?
Callum, tell Mommy where you are. Don't hide from me, Callum! I can't get on while it's moving.
Okay, we'll figure that out. Decrease speed? Decrease speed? Okay. Decrease speed. Let's stop it. Alright, that looks like that's gonna stop it. Should I ride this thing? I'm gonna walk or do a quick perimeter search.
Come back. Callum?
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Oh, look at
Wait for Mommy!
the bridge is busted out here. Frustrated by the fact that the plan seems incomplete. I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they're stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I've been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Wait. Harvesting machines? But you're calling them rides?
Callum! Callum! Where did you go? I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Oh, we saw that report. Okay.
Where are you?
This way, Mommy.
Alright. You know what? We had one good ride. We're going to save the Octotron for next time. We've got an idea that something like creepy and occultish feeling happened in the building of this park. And we've had a psychopath murderer wearing the mascot suit. So we've definitely got some stuff going on here. But since we did the Hansel and Gretel ride, we'll pick up on the Octotron next time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I love these kind of games. I love these immersive storytelling things. Yeah, so we will pick up here next time. I hope you come back for the next episode. But until I see you again, take care of yourselves.